She got victimized.
What's up? What's up? You know what's going on, man? Big Motion Podcast right now. Exclusive artist interview. My name is Bezo803, all that social media. This is my co-host right now.
Hey, Mikey, man, we in the building. You see what it is? We back.
We got a spitter in the building right now. God's son.
I heard he nice.
We got a spitter in the building. My man J.A.C.E the Reacher. What's up? Clap it up. Clap it up.
What's good?
How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm doing well, man. No complaints at all.
Hey, man, we happy to finally have you in the building.
Word.
You know, we've been seeing your work for a minute. Definitely one of the hardest working guys in the game. Most consistent, putting out that ether, putting out that fire, putting out that good work, that good God's work with them bars.
Word.
That's touching the people. Had the city in a frenzy, the internet in a frenzy with the Bianca story.
Mm-hmm.
That was I was seeing you, but that was the one that was like, hold on. Let me see what's going on with this brother. So how you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing well, man. Just grinding, taking every day, one day at a time, man.
Right,
It's just loving life, man. Loving life, loving the journey.
Okay. Definitely good to have you here, man. You put an album out in August. The Doors Open.
Most definitely.
Talk about that album. How did it come about? How well it's doing? What videos you got out from that right now?
Okay, cool. Yeah, The Doors Open just dropped, like you said. The first mixtape I dropped was called Let Me Help You Up. And, my main thing is motivation to help the people. You know what I'm saying? When you by yourself, you alone, and you just you ain't got your entourage or nobody, and you dealing with life's issues. Yeah. My main thing is to reach you in that moment. So Let Me Help You Up came out in a sense of let me help you up out of your situation. I've been through some hells. I've been through some things, and I've been around a lot of people facing life sentences, double life. People that ain't never coming home. So I realized that God will put people in my life to basically talk to and get their story, get their energy, and help feed it to other people. So that's what Let Me Help You, up was about. So then The Doors Open was basically, all right, now you're up. Now the door is open, so let's have conversations about what's going on in your life. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I got with my man Blue Body Bag. He in Florence right now. Y'all check him out.
Big shout.
Yeah, he engineered the whole thing. Had the sound. Right. Of course. What up? Turn Me Up, June. You already know what it is.
Yeah. Big shout.
But with that, I just wanted people to get a sense of. No matter what you're going through, one of these songs can reach you at your low point or your high point to motivate you, to keep going. Right. That's what I'm all about.
Definitely. So how many, man, you working so hard out here, like me and you had a conversation off camera the other day. You out working a lot of the people that's doing music around here, probably everywhere. You one of the people that just always putting out content. This content is king. How many videos you think you done shot, so far, man?
Well, I think I got like 12 or 13 videos, man. And I got to shout out Volcanic Jeezy, BJ, the label, he's big been a blessing to me. Terran Levier, and a cat named A Shot It from Africa. Okay. He did the Bianca story, actually. And he was so crisp with it. Yeah. I said, man, I got to holler at him for that. But right. I've shot about 13, man,
How many songs you done recorded and put out?
It's 30 or better. It's 30 or better, man.
How many songs you got?
Now here you go, man. Last time I counted my bars, just bars alone, it was like 16,000. There's no lie. I'm telling you the truth because I used to be locked up, with big a freak. I didn't even have paper. Sometime I had like the request forms. Yeah. I was writing 200 bars like every other night, and just getting it out of me. So some of that stuff I ain't gonna front. Y'all might not never hear it. You know what I mean? Okay. But if you want it, it's for sale.
Lost tapes.
It's for sale. But as far as music goes, man, I got hundreds of songs, man. I'm talking about 300, 400 songs, quality songs.
Yeah.
Because I was locked up in the county, so I had a DVD player in front of me, so I could actually write the beats and everything. You know what I'm saying? So they like ready.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. Man, that's really a testament to the work you put in. We be around a lot of artists, man. Trust me, you really out here working, so we definitely applaud that, man. But we're gonna take it all the way back to the very, very beginning, so the people that may not know and need to know your journey, from the start to where you at now. So first of all, where you from originally, my brother?
Well, I was born in Mississippi. I moved to Sumter, South Carolina. Shout out to Sumter, the Merc. When I was a little baby, couldn't even remember. You know what I'm saying? And I spent like up until 10 or 11. Down here, then I moved to Baltimore City, and then that's when I like jumped off the porch, and you know what I'm saying. And You know, I went to one of the best schools in the country, but I was, you know, smart, but I didn't have any template around me to compare myself to. Yeah. So I've always been a rebel. Yeah. So I went the other way. Yeah. And then I ended up coming down here to Sumter, South Carolina, and I graduated. I got kicked out of school. I graduated from Sumter High. Okay. And then I went back to Baltimore, went to North Carolina for a little while. So I've been up and down.
Okay, so what's the, we getting a little context here. You know, what's the contract? What's the context? What's the view like? You know, coming from the South and then going to Baltimore, DMV area.
Right.
They call it Bodymore.
Yeah, it's definitely Bodymore.
Same place the Wire was shot at.
Most definitely.
You know, I spent some time in D.C., so if it's anything like that, I know the vibe. So let's talk about compare and contrast that. You know.
Wow. My life down here was like kind of more boxed in because I didn't see a lot of stuff. My granddad, he had a bootlegger, house at one point. So I saw a lot of, that's why I love music and stuff like that. But, I went to Alice Drive. Down here you had to know how to fight, bam and everything like that. But I was a young kid. So when I went to, but I still love hip hop. I love hip hop. I started writing rhymes actually down here. My first rhyme, it just came to me like a muse. Okay. Then I went to Baltimore and I had so much freedom. Like, my mom was working. She worked at the schools I worked at. I went to school at, for a while. And the kids were just like on another level. I might leave out and go down the street and it's crack being sold, dope being sold, you know what I'm saying? Weed being sold, prostitutes. It was just like, man, this is a whole nother world. So I automatically was rebellious. So I just started gravitating towards it, man. It was like night and day. But there was still murder. There was still murder down here and up there, though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Gotcha. Word. So growing up, man, talk about musical influences. What was your first interaction with music? Not even hip hop, just music. A lot of us woke up Saturday morning, Mom Duke's playing a certain record. What was that first interaction with music for you when you got that itch? Because we all got that soul. So we had certain
Most
records
definitely.
we remember growing up.
Man, that's a good question. Actually, I think it was in me from the jump because my mom was a DJ. And she was a DJ in Chicago. That's how she met my father. But I didn't know that until I got a little older.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, word. I got to see on the turntables one day. But my grandfather's house, we would listen to all the old schools. Teddy Pendergrass, Marvin Gaye, because it was all a bunch of old school people in there. So Miss Brenda might be in the corner getting a little sip on, and we would have talent shows. That's why I learned to perform and everything. So I think at my grandfather's house is where I fell in love with music. But then when I saw that Tupac Brenda's Got a Baby video,
and that was it.
That was the one because I was like, really letting them show what go on in the black community? Like, he get to talk about this? And my storytelling, like, I was already a storyteller. I won, like, an award when I was in 5th grade for, writing a story and stuff. So I had it in me. And then when I saw you could actually do it, that's what sparked the brain. Like he said, I might not change the world, but I guarantee I sparked the brain to change the world. Right. Right there.
So Pac is one of your favorite artists growing up?
Yeah, most definitely. With you.
Okay. Who else? Who else?
I mean,
you back then, man.
You want top 5 or top 10?
We're gonna get to that.
Okay. I love hip hop now. I'm ready.
We're gonna ask you that now. Yeah. You jumping the gun.
You know that.
But who growing up? Because for me, let's give you an example so you see what I'm saying. The first music that I heard that I was like glued to, when I first heard "Ain't No Nigga" by J.A.C.E, I was like, I heard music all the time.
Yeah, word.
But that was the first one where I kept rewinding the tape, rewinding the tape,
Definitely.
like, yo.
Most definitely.
And ever since then, I was just hooked. Start breaking down the bars and all that. And then going to Big and M.O.P. and just certain artists that if their album came out, I was definitely going to pop it in.
Most definitely.
Who was you listening to outside of Pac back then?
I believe Nas definitely opened doors for me because I was intellectual at the time. And, he had that one song, he was staring out the project window with Ronald Isley.
Yeah.
And, the way he was painting them pictures was just marvelous. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Jigga, oh, man. With Jigga, he taught me how to make decisions as a man, like live life. You know what I'm saying? DMX. Man. He was just raw with it, man. Then I had like I listened to Criss Cross. I was younger. I tried to go to school with my joints backwards. Mom wasn't going for that though.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Nah. I remember crisscross though.
Definitely.
Jump.
Absolutely.
The Mac Dad'll make you.
Yeah.
That joint was going off.
Yeah,
real.
most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So moving on. I know you said you won an award for writing a story.
Mhm.
Was that your first time writing?
That was my first time really sitting down to write. I was in the fifth grade. It just came out of me. It was like the case of the missing cows or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, but Mom bought me a little suit and everything. I still got the picture. But that was the first time it like really came out of me. I was like, what's this? It just created itself on the paper. So that's when I realized that I was a writer. I was always intellectual, you know, not to toot my own horn or nothing. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
But I was always a writer.
Yeah. So, you know, at that point you writing, you know, when did you start actually rapping? You know, was you in the ciphers at school, in the hood? What was that? You know, because you got to have confidence jumping in that cipher. You know what I'm saying? So when did that come about where you said, yo, I'm about to start writing raps and I'm gonna start letting people hear the raps?
Well, the story, can I tell the story?
Tell the story, man. We here for
cool.
stories.
So, one of the first rappers I saw down here, you know, was Volcanic, you know, Illa G's and them. So Volcanic was always rapping, and I was like little, and you know, we kind of grew up around each other. So I was like, man, you know, I can do that. So I went to the house, I wrote a little rhyme or whatever, but I didn't really write till I got to Baltimore. So when I got to Baltimore, there was this cat named Beast. I never forget him. He was like, he flunked the 8th grade like 2 times. He ain't had no business in the 8th grade. But the school that I went to, Ben Frank, what up, Ben Frank? It was just like in the middle of the hood. So I got there, you know, I'm new. Big L, right? Big L was one of my favorites. That's another one I forgot to mention.
Okay.
Way ahead of his time, right? So I got
Big
there,
L.
and Beast was a rapper, but Beast's flow was like, it was the way he rapped, every line rhymed. You know what I'm saying? Like he had to do it like that. So I was like, wait a minute, this is a different type.
Yeah.
So we was rapping one day, they was rapping one day, so I came in the cypher. I'm gonna keep it funky. I was in the 8th grade. I stole one of Big L joints. You running with boys, I'm running with men. I mean, we ripping the mics and telling them 110. Had y'all done it again. You know what I'm saying? So I stole that joint, right? So he was like, yeah, that was nice. Beast was like, yeah, that was nice. That was Big L. So he burned me, right? So I'm like, wait a minute, these Baltimore cats ain't slow. They on hip hop. Plus he like 16. So from then on, I was like, yo, I can really rap. I'm gonna put the pen in the paper and I'm gonna be the best. So when we would come from we would go to lunch and he would be coming from lunch. So every time I saw him the whole day, I would be coming up with bars in my head. And I would hit him. You get caught with a single, got my chips stacked up. I ain't talking about Pringles. Like I was a young boy. This is around the time when like the metaphors and the similes was out. And I remember that specific line. So I just would hit him every day. I would hit him. And that's how I really fell in love with writing. And then when I heard that Jay-Z, the theme song to The Sopranos, plays in the key of life from
mental piano.
Man, that right there.
Seeing life like Stevie Wonder with beads under the do-rag. Intuition is there, even when my vision is impaired.
Yeah. Knowing I can go, man. Don't even go.
On the highway of life, sharpen my sight. Oh, keen senses ever since I was a
teen on the benches.
Ever since somebody like
Enos was mentioned. I would turn green, me being in the trenches. Him. Okay, right.
Y'all better relax.
Right. Relax. Word.
Oh,
yeah, most definitely.
That's my joint. I listen to that joint like once a week.
That's a classic, man.
That's on my playlist. So
that's a classic.
Yeah, so I know the cloth you coming from.
Most definitely.
So when did you get to a point where you was like, because you already had the confidence from what you're telling me. When you get to a point where you like, I'm dead nice.
It was around that Beast situation.
So
around Beast.
Did you start battling? Was you?
Yeah,
what was you doing at this point? Did you go in the studio, start recording professionally? What was your next move when you was like, I'm nice?
My next move was just spitting wherever we was at. You know what I'm saying? And they started knowing me as a little young wild dude, but he rapped. Yeah, you know, he rapped. Because I was a dancer at first. Don't get me wrong. I used to pop lock.
Hold on, let's take it. Hold on.
I'm telling you.
Let's take it all.
I'm telling you.
We can't leave that out. So you was dancing at first, getting the pop lock. Right. How did that come about?
Skating ring.
Just hip hop. Okay.
That was a skating. Y'all remember the skating ring?
Yeah.
What is it? 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Take the skates off.
For an hour.
Yeah, we're gonna slow grind. We're gonna do all that.
I gotta shout out Mike Beasy and Corey. Yeah, Corey Moore.
Yeah, them boys were dancing hard.
They was dancing. I was like, okay.
Corey Moore. I done seen him shut down talent shows.
Yeah. I seen that myself.
I mean, they had the Apollo that when they used to have the Apollo
Patriot Hall.
Patriot Hall. Big shout, my man Corey Moore.
I remember that.
Corey Moore get the popping and hit that moonwalk.
Yeah, he was
all
smooth
the girls
with it too.
Going crazy.
That's why I wanted to
I was
dance.
like, yo, this dude is and could rap like crazy.
Yeah, and he can sing.
And he can sing,
word,
man.
word.
That guy's hella talented, man.
Yeah, that's the bro.
Big shout to Corey Moore. You know, I'm gonna make sure I send him the link for this, man.
That's funny.
He actually got a business, Good Wings.
Yeah, Good Wings.
Yeah. So big shout to him, man, doing this thing. Definitely a talented brother, man. It's crazy you said that.
Yeah,
man.
for real.
Corey Moore was getting it in, man.
Yeah,
I done seen Mike Beasley shut down some joints
Mike
too.
was dangerous.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I seen
Mike
him
was
shut down.
Mike surprised me. I was like, this big nigga getting it
Yo,
off.
Mike used to be
He was
getting it
off,
in.
for real.
Yeah, for real. He was
Skating
smart.
ring?
Yeah, skating
Hell
ring day.
yeah.
Man, those was classic
You
days.
might as well just get in the corner because you got guys like Mike Beasley, my man Corey Moore, even my man D-Eazy used to get it in.
What?
Trust me. It was certain guys. It was certain.
I'm calling him so to get out of
It
here.
was certain guys when it was time to dance. Just get out the way.
It was certain guys.
Just get out the way. You might find you something over here.
What up, D's?
D-Eazy was
Word.
getting it.
It was certain guys, man. I was on the side, like
You know what I'm saying?
I was perfecting my moves on the side.
I'm over here. This is me dancing. I got somebody in front of me. I'm
you know you're doing that.
Yeah.
just
Twerk
slow,
session.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But big
funny
shout out to all the dancers back then, man.
Word.
But that's all hip hop, you know.
Hell
and you know, soul and all that. That's
gotta
what we
call
do,
him,
man. Yeah, man. So moving on, man, to the point where when did you start like getting into the studio?
There was a Chinese boy named Yao. My man Jinx the Masterpiece Rail, you know, we grew up together. They had a little group. So we would go over there and rap. And there was another guy named Frank. They had a group together, and we would go over there and rap. So he had like a little makeshift booth, but it was like really a booth.
Yeah.
So we started recording songs, and I became, you know, they were like 4 Kids and 1 God. That's what they was called.
Yeah.
But this was around the time when Metaphors and Cassidy was out, and Banks tapes was. So
yeah.
I just start coming with bars, trying to perfect my bars, and I kind of like leaned them away from that, and we just started rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Word.
That's what's up.
Around that
That's
time,
what's up.
like 13, 14.
Y'all put anything out back then?
Yeah, we did. We had a whole tape.
What's the name of it?
I can't even. The Prophecy was the name of the group.
Yeah.
Prophecy was the name of our group. I can't remember the name of the tape.
Okay.
But we had creative differences.
Okay.
We had creative differences.
Big shout to them brothers,
Yeah,
man.
word.
Wherever they at
Peace,
right
peace.
now. Wherever
Yeah,
they
most
at.
definitely.
So after that, man, you know, you in Baltimore, moved there from here. You're doing your thing. You know, you rapping on the streets. You get in the studio. You know, get with the Prophecy. Y'all put out a project. And then y'all go your separate ways. What happens after that?
I started to get a taste of the streets, man. I liked it. You know, I started getting into drug selling and, you know, hanging with the wrong cliques and drinking and doing drugs and robbery. Like I'm an extremist. So I went all the way in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that happened, but I still had my bars. I was still rapping, but I started to become more known as a wild young dude instead of a rapper.
Yeah, okay.
You know, and I had guys that would always support me and stuff like, you should this, you should that. You know, I used to come down, do little battles and stuff like that. But you know, I the streets got me.
Gotcha.
Me.
Yeah. So talk about your journey in the streets, everything you went through. You know, in that journey, because you know we got a lot of people watch our pod and will watch our pod, and this is the, you know, we want to shed light on the street life. We want to shed light on a lot of artists out there that may be a lot of them halfway in the streets, halfway in the rap. You know, so some you may say might reach them. You know. So let's talk about your journey, you know, through the streets and all that.
Well, one thing I say is I had a line on the song. What did it say? Prison's a revolving door. The game don't stop. Trying to say these young boys is why the game's so hot. 20 years ago, his pops was on the same old block, serving junkies bundles of that same old rock. Wearing the same old clothes and the same old watch. Check his waistband. Yep, that's that same old Glock. And their enemies caught him with that same old shot. See that blood stain? They died in that same old spot. So that was basically what I was seeing was like, as soon as a young boy get locked up, my man Kai get locked up, somebody else take his place. So I started to realize that, and that's what I realized through all I've been through in the streets, all I've been through the prison system was like, yo, it's a revolving door for real. For real. And, you know, a lot of us don't make it out. So, you know, in the streets, I got caught up, but I thank God for my mom. I never fully lost my principles of what she raised me on. But yeah, man, I got caught up in the streets and I started to want to be. It got so bad I wanted to control the souls of men. You know, I wanted to control people, you know, and things like that because I saw the drug dealers and you know, the gangbangers, and I started emulating that. You know what I'm saying? So down the street from where I was at, I sold my first bit of crack from my man. I ain't even gonna speak his name like that, but rest in peace to him. I sold my first piece of crack down the street from my house, and it was like a drug block down, 2 blocks down. And when I went down there, it got crazy. It got crazy, man. So I started to, you know, we was wilding. I started to see the older guys that was getting real money coming through with Range Rovers and stuff like that. And, you know, I was just trying to get quick money. And I think that's what sparked it in me is just money. But when you don't have money management, then what's the point of having all that money? You ain't gonna manage it properly.
Right.
Yeah, word. But I tell you, man, the streets, you know, the lingo changes, the people change, but the basic, you know, what is built up, it never changes. You ain't gonna win in it. Yeah. You know, you're not gonna win.
Right. Yeah, man. That's a word. So to all the brothers out there, man, you know, you making music, you know, you in the streets. It's because hip hop is in a weird place right now where it seems like once an artist get a buzz, they gotta be even more street. Then just to keep that buzz growing.
Most definitely.
So what do you say to a brother that might be caught up in that system right now where he got a buzz going, he got a lot of things going on in the street. It's kind of hard to pull away from it. You're trying to keep the music going. What could you say to a brother like that?
I'm going to tell you like this, brother. You know, I got sentenced to 11 years. I did 9.5 years, 9 years and 4 months in prison. Every day I woke up, they told me what to do. They told me what to put on. They told me where to work. You know, they treated me like I wasn't my mama's son. You know, so when you get in a position like that, you'll realize you only have few people, if any. And you realize, like, what people think about you don't even really matter. It's what God say you are. It's whatever your purpose is. So I used to look at the cats in ROTC. I thought they was corny. But then I look at them now, and I'm like, Dad, they got land, and they over there in Paris and stuff like that. So whatever it is in your heart that you feel like this is what you want to do, just do it. And stop looking to other people for approval. Because at the end of the day, if you can't find it in God or yourself, you ain't never going to get it. They're going to talk regardless. It could be a man over there in the corner, a bum. He ain't bothering nobody. They're going to talk trash about him. So the talk going to come. But you got to decide which side you going to be on. You going to be on the side that's going to please everybody, or you going to be on the side that's going to make sure you straight and your family straight. Period. Period.
So, man, coming through the prison system, you know, talented brother, intellectual brother, you know, when you touch down, you know, I seen you just go crazy. I mean, from jump, you hit me, like, yo, I'm just coming home. I need some CDs. I'm about to, and trust me, like, I get calls every week with people wanting CDs, USB interview. Never hear back from them, or they give me the runaround. I knew you were serious. You was like, yo, I need this, is what I need. Whoop. And matter of fact, your sister hit me first.
Yeah.
So big shout out to the queen.
Shout out to Angel.
Yeah, big shout out to the
Shop
queen,
with her.
Angel. Shop with her. She got them bundles on deck. She got all type of stuff
all
on
kind
deck.
Of stuff.
You know, just tap in with
Most
her.
talented.
She got the ramen bowls.
The ramen bowls. Yeah, most
delicious
definitely.
ramen bowls. We got to get her on here. But yeah, so
What year was that?
when you hit me, what?
When you hit you?
Oh man,
That was 2020.
Yeah, 2020.
When I got home.
And you was super serious about what you
just
was
got
doing.
home.
So my question to you is, what kept you motivated? What kept you focused on what you needed to do when you touched down? Because a lot of people get home and lose focus on what they, you know, whatever they had planned when they was come home.
Boy, this is a good podcast. Big motion. Good questions. Man, I was locked up in a cell with a cat named Kebo, Calvin Hall. And he was with the feds. He in the feds, like in the county, in Lexington County, we was mixed up with the feds too. He caught a double life sentence. I'm in the room with him. He ain't never coming home. 45 years old. And he would talk to me, go and rap something. I rap. He's like, man, look, man, you got to get out there and take this seriously, man. Because this cat's like me, we ain't never coming home, man. You got to be our voice box. You got to speak for us, so forth and so on, man. So I ended up leaving there, you know, leaving prison or whatever. But in prison, when I left, I had habits that I had learned while I was in prison. I saw all kind of stuff. You know, where I was at, you could get a hold of anything, real liquor, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I had a second chance, so I had to look in the mirror and say, every day I'm going to try to be better. Because they call it the Department of Correction, but they're not going to correct you. You got to correct yourself. So I found Jesus. I found Christ. You know what I'm saying? I accepted. That was my path. I got in the Word, and I started to understand it. Before, I used to be high on the streets and stuff, acting like I understood. But when I got in that, it started to make sense. Changed on the inside. So I started to realize, like, I got a second chance at this thing. So I started writing more rhymes, writing. And I just stayed in the word. I stayed sober. I ain't touched nothing, cigarette, nothing in 12, 13 years. So when I got out, like I told you, I had rhymes already written to beats.
Yeah.
So all I had to do was find beats that were similar and just go. So every day I woke up, they told me what to do. They wake me up 3 o'clock in the morning. You got to go do this, clean up the C-pod because they done flooded it out. It just put a fire in me. Where I realized like I'm a hard head. So it was like I had to really be close to the flames in order for me to learn. So when I got out, it was just like second nature. Like I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about like I said, sometimes in life it's hard to stay motivated out here. Man.
Yeah.
So let's talk about being motivated versus being consistent. How important that is.
I think they both go hand in hand. You have to find a mantra. You have to find your group of people, and you have to find things that work your personality. With me, I like music. So a certain song, I might listen to J.A.C.E. You don't know what you put me anywhere on God's green earth. I triple my work. Just that line alone for me. If I wake up and hear that, then it's on. You know what I'm saying? It's on. So that music, of course, the word of God, number one. You know what I'm saying? Then I have people that I bounce off of. Circle is small, but I call. And you have to remember, like, we ain't never been at this podcast, like on this particular time in this time stamp. We ain't never been here. So you can't never say never. Pay attention to other people's perspectives and angles and learn. Keep learning. So that right there, those things help me to really, and then seeing brothers like you, moving, big motion.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Big motion. Seeing people just putting stuff out. Podcasts, all them other podcasts that they got going on.
Oh yeah.
YouTube is going crazy. You can learn anything. So I'm
Anything.
always just like really just putting motivation into myself because I know that if I leave that space empty, something else going to try to creep in there.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, definitely.
Word.
So coming home, like I said, you hit the ground running. How was it getting back immaculated, getting back, used to recreating, even though you had 1 million bars ready. I know the game has changed from when you first came out. Everything's streaming now, everything's social media now. How was it getting in the swing of that, learning it, and really finding your way through that?
Well, I'm not gonna front. It was tough. It was difficult learning the content game, Instagram. Still learning this thing, TikTok and stuff. And like never say never. I ain't gonna get on TikTok. Man, you better get on TikTok. So it's just it was like okay, I got these balls, but at the same time, where I was at, I couldn't let people know exactly what I was or how I got down as far as with the bars and stuff like that because it would cause more problems for me. I was in a hateful place. So I didn't even rap out loud for a while. So not doing that, I had to get my voice back right. I had to get the recording right. You know what I'm saying? I had to get the hunger back. So when I got home, I was locked in the room. Like I was in the room and I was just rapping to myself, going through my... going through my bars, and then I realized, why you just in this room? You making another sale for yourself. So I got out the house, and I start, you know what I'm saying? So it was tough, and it still is a journey, but I'm thankful for it, man. I really am, because that overnight, it just ain't built for certain cats, man. You got to lean into that pain.
Oh, man, I feel you on so many levels when you say that. Word. Nothing I ever done has been easy.
Not one thing.
Or quick.
You one of them ones.
Yeah, so it's always trying to stay focused, stay motivated, be consistent, and pull from good energies like yourself.
Most definitely.
And my brothers here as well, and others. So, like I said, coming home, getting back in the swing of this thing, I mean, you 1 million bars. You can bar. You a barsmith. You can bar anybody down.
Most definitely.
And where we at now, the bars is rising back to the top. You got streaming now, so if you into bars, you can go get the bars.
Yeah.
So how was it a struggle? Was it difficult to not get on the other side of the game? Cause battle rappers going crazy, and I know you would tear somebody's head off. I know you will.
That's how it started.
I know you will.
That's how.
Yeah, so was there any temptation there to get on this side of the game and stay your path?
Well, to be honest with you, creature habit thing. But when I was in that county writing them bars, I was going crazy. I mean, I got a freaking shoebox right now stuffed with raps. I'm talking about thousands of raps, and I might go through them from time to time. You know what I'm saying? And look at them like, boy, you was wilding. You know what I'm saying? Because I was at that level where I do this and I do that. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. And I mean, we just talking right now, but I've seen cats put out videos with 1,000 bars.
Yeah.
In a day, it's viral.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know you got them bars.
Yeah, man.
So what's that? Was it there? Talk about that place where it's like, I got these bars. Cause you ain't threw them away yet.
Nah, they still there. They still there.
What talk about that real quick.
Well, I began to realize after I got all of that out of me, I met certain people. You should stop saying the N-word in your rhymes. I stopped cursing. I trained myself to stop cursing. Yeah. Different things. So I realized after a while, after I started doing it more and more and getting all that poison out of me, getting all of them 11 years in the streets out of me, my gift ain't for me. That's what I realized. Like I was a storyteller from the jump.
That's a bar, yeah.
Since a little kid, with the case of the missing cows. Yeah. So I realized, like, okay, I can go and be the nicest,
right?
But that would just be glorifying me. But if I actually write rhymes that help people, then that means I'm using my gift to the fullest potential.
Right.
So I got to that place. I still listen to some battle rap. I still listen to bars and stuff like that.
That's all love.
But to me, I don't have to be braggadocious to rap ferocious. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can do that, but I'm just at a level now where it's like I understand why I'm here.
Right.
So it wasn't that hard. I had people hit me up like, yo, Jay, what's going on? Like this and third. I said, take your time, just listen. Because it's for you or it's for somebody. Yeah. Take your time, listen again. Yeah. Because one day you're going to need one of them J.A.C.E to reach your songs.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely. And it's like you said, the market is so saturated with bars, and then you got not bars. Yeah. You got that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like, I'm going to just let it sit. I'm going to let it marinate. I'm going to do my job. And like I say, man, I got plenty, I got Bianca's story, man, I got plenty stories, man.
Speaking of Bianca's story, man, like I said, that's the one for me, and probably others can vouch too, that was like, hold on, who is this guy? What's going on with this guy? He really, he got something with him. So how did that come about? Did you write that back when you was locked up, or did you? And so just talk about the the writing process for that, and then when you came home, finding the beat for it, who produced it, and the plan to put it out.
Well, the majority of the rhymes that y'all heard thus far were written back there. You know what I mean? So I still create new stuff. I still create new stuff like that. Like a Friday was just on a whim. You know what I mean? I was feeling the beat, but I still create new stuff. But that Bianca story actually came to me. Y'all might think I'm crazy, but I don't even care. I started having dreams, man, of stuff I've never been through. I had a dream of like this child being molested, all kind of stuff. So I woke up and I started writing. And then I utilized some stories from people that I knew. I'm not gonna mention no names, but some people that went through certain things. So I was like, okay, let's make a story where it can reach as many women as possible, and men, whoever can relate to the story. You know what I'm saying? And let them know that God can save you in the end. Right. It don't matter how people treated you. God will treat you right. You know what I'm saying? So it was on a Getaway beat, actually. The original beat was the Mobb Deep Getaway. So I was in a whole other pocket right there.
I wish I could hear that.
Yeah, but the reason why, because I started learning the game. I wanted to get some residuals off of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was actually on a remake of the Getaway, but it sounded just like it. So I actually let Buddha Rap.
Big shout Buddha Rap.
Shout to Buddha
Flow Town.
And he gave me a lot of opportunities, man. Peace to Buddha.
That's the OG, man. We got to get him on here.
Most definitely. Got to. Yeah. So he heard it. And he was like, man, what is this? So somehow my cousin Jason Hennessy, I forgot, Hennessy 803.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah. He was on a podcast with him.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
So he ended up
he got a pardon me. I think he got a clothing line.
Yeah. Go shop with Cuz.
Yeah.
Go shop with Cuz.
Good brother.
Hennessy World, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So he heard it and he was like, yo, what's up with this song? This song is fire. You know what I mean? You bringing lyricism back and storytelling back and stuff. So I had the issue with the beat. I loved it on that beat, but I wanted those residuals. I wanted it to be mine, you know what I'm saying, for years to come. So I actually did time with this guy who knew this other guy, This other guy, he was doing a lot of time. Good brother. Shout out to Apostle Glenn Wilson.
Big shout.
His brother actually made beats. So I got a connection on beats from in the pen from a dude I ain't never seen before, only through letters and word of mouth.
Yeah.
Dramatic 803 on IG, Quentin Wilson on Facebook. I hit him up. We'd already been talking. And I was like, yo, I need an original beat made. But I wanted to switch when it got rough on it. I wanted to switch. I wanted it to be like a soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, we was on the phone and, you know, we came up with it. And, man, I went to June 2nd studio, man.
Big shout June 2nd.
And I did it one time. He was like, man, Jay, you do it one more time. Man, I
One
did
take?
it. One take? Oh, yeah. Because you got to remember.
How you do? One take?
Not all the time, but you got to remember these
okay.
songs were in me from years.
yeah,
I wrote these songs. Like I was practicing these songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do one take most of the time. Hey, that's that hip hop artist coming out.
Hey, I thought you were gonna gas it.
No. Yeah. Word.
Thanks for the honesty.
Yeah, word. Most definitely. But June was like, yo, Jay, do it one more time.
Yeah.
So I went in there, I prayed on it, and I went again. And man, at the end of it, I had a little tear in my eye and everything. I felt it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, that's the one. He was like, yo, this song right here is you know what I mean?
Big shout out June 2nd, man.
Shout out to June. Go tap in with him.
That lets you know what type of engineer he is, man.
Oh yeah, most definitely. He's incredible.
Carry on, my bad.
But yeah, basically that's what happened, man. You know, and then I started to put it out there. Volcanic made a little visual of it. Then I got the video shot from the A-Shot-It guy on IG. Y'all tap in with him. He does great visuals. And you know what was crazy was I had some people to play in the video, but they didn't show up last minute. So I had to wake people up, like family members. Like everybody in that video is a family member or somebody close. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
and it all came together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to go get the buttercream little trench coat.
I see how you was coming with the buttercream.
I said I had to pop on them. You know what I mean? But just learning, man, just the whole game, you know, the whole game and how to catch the eye and stuff like that. But that song right there is near and dear to my heart, man, to this day.
And that's what I love about you, man. You put out great music, great visuals, your gear looking together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of that stuff is like candy that can bring people in
That's true.
to hear the message.
That's true.
So you know, what was the, you know, all the tastemakers, DJs, we all love that record. What was the people saying when you put it out, that Bianca story?
Oh man, it was going crazy. They was going crazy. I had people hitting me like, "Is this a real story? Is this true?" I had women hitting me, and don't get me wrong, it's gonna still pop because thousands, millions of people haven't heard it yet.
It got way more legs to go.
But I've seen one thing is that, you know, I'm a deep person. It's just who I am. You know what I mean? And you know, so a lot of people, they come when the time is right because you know it be too deep. They didn't want to jump straight into that water. So I faced a lot of that. But man, I performed Bianca's story in front of whole communities in Florence. Shout out to Buddha Rat. I performed that in church. You know what I'm saying? So it really hit people in a deep place. Because stuff like that need to be talked about.
Oh yeah, definitely. We actually got a guest coming on soon. We're gonna do a whole segment on that.
Word.
Child abuse and all.
Got to be talked about. Some people closest to me go through stuff gone through stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
Shout out to Katrina.
Yeah, big shout out to Katrina. So man, you know, like I said, came home, hit the ground running, staying focused, putting out plenty good work. You know, we don't really see that from a lot of artists, at least in our area. And I talk to people, you know, from Atlanta to Charlotte to New York, and that's like one of the things like a lot of artists are missing. So, what gave you the know-how to be on the scene like you on the scene, get these shows? And I'm pretty sure that they aren't all paid shows. A lot of artists around here, they get a record like you got a record that's kind of buzzing. Bianca's story. Now they want $2,000 a show.
Yeah.
So what gave you that mind to just get out there and go after it like that?
Well, once I realized it was my purpose, I had no other choice because I felt like I wasn't fulfilling my purpose when I wasn't rapping, when I wasn't out on stage. And I'm a warrior for God. Like I was always a frontline little dude.
Yeah.
So once I realized like, yo, you got to be on the front line with this.
Yeah.
I just started to go hard.
Right.
And God started opening doors for me. You know what I'm saying? So just basically to answer your question, like I had to. It's my duty to speak these lyrics. Lifestyle I led had eulogies in the distance. I truthfully ain't gonna miss it.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
Because I was in the cell with my home with Double Life. I gotta speak a story for him. I got to.
Yeah. It made me feel like a lot of people may be in it for the wrong reason.
You gotta love it.
Yeah, you gotta love it.
You gotta love it.
You gotta have a purpose. Purpose driven. You gotta be doing this thing for a reason.
They're doing it for that money.
Yeah. So all artists out there, man, don't waste your time with this thing. Yeah. If you just trying to get a quick bag, you can do that a million different ways.
It's
but when you got a purpose like the brother here, and that's why you see him moving around. I mean, this guy is everywhere. And he posts content. He go holler at the DJs, producers, tastemakers, anybody that's moving and shaking. He get next to him. He posts his pictures. I told him that the other day. Like, I'm around artists. I see artists. I pay attention to everything. Mm-hmm. These guys is not working like that. Mm-hmm. This guy's working. Every weekend he's doing something. So appreciate that. We got to applaud you. We want to champion you. That's why we got you here. We want to push you forward, on the platform, Big Motion, exclusive interviews and all that.
Thank you.
So after Bianca's story started going crazy, what was going on after that?
What happened after Bianca's story?
It seemed like you kind of was putting out singles. Mm-hmm. Was that like a strategy or? Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. I had to learn the strategy of, if people don't really know who you are, they're not going to listen to a whole tape of you. So I started to pay attention to what these young dudes was doing. And these older cats, like the game changed. Yeah. We was selling CDs hand to hand. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I could network, because I remember those times. I was in the battles. Put your money down. I'm at your head. You know what I'm saying? That's how I came up. Yeah. And plus, doing all that time, you had to network to get what you wanted. In Baltimore, I had to network. You know what I'm saying? So either way it go, I forgot the question you
it's
asked.
Just how you know to move around and get out there and just be active like you being active. And
right.
The Bianca story going crazy, and you start dropping the singles. Was that
it was a strategy. Yeah. Right. So I just started dropping single after single after single after single, and then because I'm an artist, I was like, I need to have a body of work. Yeah. Just because I need it. Yeah. And I want people to listen from the front to the back and just get an experience. Because now I got these singles, you want to get the experience of who I actually am. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. So that's what happened after the singles. Right. Because when I first got out, actually, I dropped a mixtape.
You came straight out with the mixtape. What was the name of that one?
That was Let Me Help You Up.
Yeah, Let Me Help You Up. I remember that. We pressed up like 100 copies of that.
Yeah, most definitely.
And what I liked about that particular time. You were selling them joints.
Yeah, most definitely. They was going too.
So how important it is for artists to, get out there and sell merch, whether it's T-shirts, whether it's CDs, whether it's flash drives, whatever it is, because you don't see that really at all no more.
Right.
I mean, you see it with certain people that's very serious and want to, get back something when they're invested in. So I saw you doing that. So how important is that, man?
Man, it's really a necessity. Because people have to see that you're accessible, and at the same time, you are actually trying. Yeah. You're trying to push yourself as a brand. Yeah. We was talking about that the other day. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a brand. So why would I want to go and buy your stuff if you're not even doing nothing more than I am? Right. So I realized, like, when I first got out, man, I had like personal stuff on my page, and somebody hit me out of nowhere, like, make your content more strategic. So I realized I had to brand myself as a rapper, as the reacher, and just solely as that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the merch came along, like with the CDs. I didn't think the CDs was going to go. I thought the time was done. Yeah. But they all sold. Yeah, they all sold. Yeah. And I got love from people I didn't even expect to get love from.
How much you selling them for?
I was selling them at first.
Average price.
Around $10, $10, $15, something like that. Yeah.
And you got more than 100 though.
I think it was about 100.
But let's just say you got 100, $10 a pop. What's the math on that? Thou wow?
Yeah, exactly. More money for the studio.
How much we charge you for the CD? 50?
Yeah. Good price. And I had the covers with it. Shop with B, so
rappers,
you already know what it is.
What are you guys doing, man? What are you doing?
Quick flip.
A quick flip.
Yeah, it was too.
You're recording all this music in the studio, getting joints mixed and mastered. You gotta have CDs. You gotta have flash drives. You can sell these things. You can sell stickers. You can sell hats, T-shirts, all that good stuff. And I see you moving around doing that, man. So I gotta applaud you for that, and I appreciate you for shopping with us, man. Big shout,
always.
Music Trafficking DJs, DJ Effect, the whole gang, everybody out there. So when did you dropping these singles? How did you know? Okay, it's time for a new project. Was the energy there? Like, how did you know?
It was the energy. I got people close to me that really love my music too. Yeah. And they wanted more. I wanted a project. And I could see that I gotta stay on their heads.
Yeah.
I gotta stay on your heads. And shout out to Russ.
Russ,
the industry cat, independent cat.
Oh, Russ. Big Russ. Russ. Yeah, big
Hearing
shot.
from him,
yeah,
I got 12 albums out. You know what I mean? They flew me out. I didn't have no money, and now you making over $100,000 a month.
Yeah, big Russ.
I got people I got to take care of. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? As long as I got money to put into it from them CDs I work a job too right now. So remember, hey, it's cool to work. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's cool to work. How you gonna invest? I ain't about to go do nothing crazy, end up back in prison.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, learning from him, you know what I mean? Like, I just got to keep dropping consistently as much as I humanly can.
Yeah. Man, you focus, man.
I got to. Tell Stout to holla at me, man. Word. I promise you that. Got to be.
Hey, this brother's focused, man. So, how did the album come about? The new album, came out in August. You know, what was the creative process about it? You know, who produced some of the tracks?
Okay.
All that good stuff, man.
Okay, we got Jimmy Dukes. Jimmy Dukes is a hot producer out of Buffalo. You know, where Benny and them boys is from. So he, you know,
cause your beat selection is crazy.
Man, I appreciate that. I have help. Like, you know, I use my sister. I had to throw you under the bus, sis, because she has that ear too.
Yeah.
You know, so I went through a beat listening session with my cousin, my sister, my brother. Like, which one should go?
A beat listening session.
Because we wanted it to be a whole vibe.
That's smart though.
Y'all better pay attention.
Word.
Y'all better pay attention. This is Big Motion Podcast, exclusive interview. J.A.C.E the Reacher, he talking about they had a beat listening session.
Absolutely. And there was some joints on there that was fire, but they just didn't fit the vibe. We wanted it to flow smooth. You know, so we went through that process. Jimmy Dukes, what's funny is I used to write the rhymes while I was locked up, and then I would write the name of the beat and who made the beat on the top of the paper. So I could always go back and have a reference.
I used to do that.
Word.
I hate to keep comparing, dudes be sending me joints. Yo, who produced that?
Yeah, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You gotta know.
I'm like, how you don't know?
Yeah, they don't know.
Network, you got to. Me
if
and
the
this
song take off, then what? Nice, you know.
Yeah, lost
they gonna come find you. Like, hey.
Wait a minute. You could at least have me. We could be doing this together,
man. Hey, I gotta applaud you for that, man. And I'm just saying, man, you really leading by example. You showing these guys
the right way.
If they would pay attention, you showing these guys how to work, especially from our city, Sumter. It's a small town. We got to go extra hard.
Yeah,
there's no time to play.
Right,
and you are showing people the blueprint on how to stay consistent, how to put forth a project when it's time for a project. So you know, going back to the album, you know, y'all doing the beat selection. What's the creative process like? Are all these rhymes of old or some of them new? What was the recording process like?
Well, most of them were old, and there were things that I wanted to say.
Yeah, you
know, I wanted to talk to the streets. I wanted to talk to the black people. I got a track called Black is Dope on there. Yeah. I wanted to talk to you know, just the regular, you know, 9-to-5 workers. You know what I'm saying? You know, get where you belong. You know what I'm saying? Play your position. So that process was like I already knew what I wanted to say, but I had to find the proper beats. So Quentin Wilson, Dramatic 803, he's actually on there. He got a joint called Close Your Eyes.
Okay.
You know, that joint, I love it. Grab hold of your dreams when you see them floating by. God opened up the doors, so you're free to go inside. He ain't have to give us wings to show that we supposed to fly. It's time to face your fears. Ain't no need to close your eyes. You know what I mean? So go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. You know what I'm saying? And there's also Blue Body Bag. He made some of the beats on there, and he produced, engineered the whole joint. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of all flew, and it was from network of people that I knew. Now me and Jimmy Dukes, we chat back and forth. Yeah. He listened to the whole tape. He was like, "Yo, I had to re-listen."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How important is it to lock in with producers and kind of let them do the majority of your projects and the engineers as well?
I think that's necessary because a lot of people have had that producer artist relationship, and it made their sound. It's what made them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? With what Missy and Timberland, it's what made them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne, Manny Fresh, and the Hot Boys it's what made them. So you make music from a more pure place when you actually are locked in with the person you're dealing with. Because y'all not only sitting in the studio making the music, y'all are critiquing it. Y'all like, wait a minute, that ain't right, or this ain't right, or you should say this. Or y'all go into another pocket of music. You start talking about the Thriller album, or start talking about this and the third, and it brings another energy. And
this guy's talking about the Thriller album.
Yeah, word. Because music, it's an energy.
So what's your recording process? We know you got a lot of rhymes there, but set the vibe for us.
Yeah, what the vibe got to be.
You put the beat in, you go straight. You know, we know we deal with a lot of people from the secular side of it. So they gotta roll up a 3-5. They gotta do certain things. What's your recording process? Because you go in there and spit that fire. So what's it like when it's time? When it's booth time? Well, it's album time.
It's business. Like this right here. I'm gonna make it. I gotta get my people out of this. You know what I'm saying? This stuff need to be done. So I'm so focused, you know what I'm saying, that I don't, like I said, I don't smoke or drink or nothing. I have my work done before I get there. So if I got to book an hour, I'm going to try to get 2 songs off in an hour. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I'm making the best of my time. My budget is what it is. And at the same time, it's like, I respect your craft. So I'm not going to come in here playing. I know you want more money off of me. You'll get it on the back end. It's coming. But I respect your craft. So I want you to be able to be like, okay, he coming in here. Matter of fact, when I went to Baltimore to record that mixtape, I recorded that mixtape in 2 sessions. The first, Let Me Help You Up. And this mixtape I just did with Blue Body Bag and Florence, I recorded it in 2 sessions. Because we from that era where it's like, yo, you got to have bars. We wasn't writing rhymes to suit you specifically. We was like, yo, I got the best 16.
You ain't punching in.
No punching in. Now, I mess up from time to time. I'm a human being, but I'm already ready when I get in there.
But nowadays, they just going there with nothing. Run the beat and punching in.
That's different.
Say a couple bars.
That's different.
Run it back. Say a couple bars.
You know.
So how important is it to put that pen to the paper?
It's a beauty in the craft. You're going to put the ball on the ground when you dribble it and you're going to shoot it. You ain't just going to go out there and think you about to go with LeBron and them. It's not going to happen.
Sure.
You're not about to go to the gym.
Everybody ain't, you know what I mean?
And try to lift 250 if you ain't been lifting.
Right.
So it's really like, it's not even just with the penmanship, it's working your brain. It's making you come up with different ideas. When you write, you be like, wait a minute, I done said that before. I got to come from a different pocket. But when you in the same space and you dealing with the same stuff and you coming out, some people are good at it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not judging nobody.
Definitely.
But just for me, I grew up in that era where your sword had to be sharp. You couldn't even get in the cipher.
Couldn't even get in. I promise you wouldn't even think to get in.
Nah, you wouldn't even think.
You knew not to get in.
You knew not to get in.
Just watch.
I promise you. So I came from that era.
So what's the vibe like? Lights low. You need your people with you. Some people like candles. And what's the vibe like when you go in that booth, man?
Just turn the beat on.
Turn the beat
on.
Go.
I mean, because the work's already done. So, I might have it on my phone, what I'm saying, if I wrote it on my phone, or, a piece of paper I had, I might transfer it to the phone, it all depends. But just put the beat on, and I'm going to clear my throat, try to get, everything right. But before I got there, I'm already screaming in the car so I can clear my vocals.
Right.
And I'm going to go. And I'm going to go. And then, if you as a producer, the ones I trust, Turn Me Up June, Volcanic.
Big shout.
Blue Body Bag. Oh, you might need to do that one take. Or you might need to do it over. You know what I'm saying? And I love being around people that know music, because if I get it right, you never see yourself the way other people see you. So you got to have people around you that critique you properly. Like, wait a minute, don't do that over. Nah, that's good. I don't know about that, man. Trust me. I listen to it again with different ears. Or even with Blue Body Bag, we'll stop recording for a while. Maybe about 20 minutes. He go do what he do. I'm sitting there. Come back, turn it back on. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it's like. Like, I don't care who in the studio, I'm a rap. But I don't want, I don't come with an entourage. I really go everywhere dolo, with the power of God behind me. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But if I got somebody with me, they know what I come to do. Like,
come to put that work in, man.
Word.
So how many songs you actually recorded for this project? I know it's 12 on the project, but a lot of times you might record 30, only keep 12. How many did you record for this one?
Well, to be honest, since I ain't got it like that budget-wise, and I'm supporting myself, you know what I'm saying, I recorded 12.
So you knew what 12
I already knew. I picked them out because we had the beat listening session. And once we had the beat listening session, I already had the little gems that I was going to put out there. I said, this one. And then when I put it together, it was just like, which track gonna be number 1, number 2? I just went with the energy, and it just all flows smooth, man. But I would encourage you, if you have it like that, to record as much music as you possibly can.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I want to record every single day. But until it's my real job, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just keep grinding.
Man, it's coming together beautifully, man. So my next question is just, even though this project is out and it's still moving, beautiful project, it's this one record that you be performing. That get everybody going. Big energy. What's up with that record, man? It's like, it's not on this project,
it's not.
But it seemed to be taking off. Like, what's going on with that?
I actually used that one. I dropped that one right before I dropped the project. That was like the strategy.
Like a little heater.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hold on to this. And then there's a whole plethora of, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I did, but I heard, I was talking to some cats. I was actually talking to Illa G, my sister. It was like, yo, you need a song with a female on it. So I was going through beats. So Special. Shout out to So Special.
Big shout.
Yeah, for real. They had a beat on there, and it was a chick named Alonda Rich, and I just heard it. I was like, yeah, I like that one. That's different. I named it Different Energy because Big Energy. Lotto already got that. What up, Lotto?
My bad, Different Energy.
You know what I'm saying? But the hook is saying Big Energy.
Yeah.
But I needed a record like that because I love music as well. But I needed one like that, and when I found it, I was like, yo, I gotta. And then it got an opportunity to. Just let the beat play. I'm gonna just give you bars. I'm gonna give you some of me.
I like that joint.
And when I record, when I performed it, because you had me come out and I performed a little piece of it, and I saw the reception. I'm looking at eyes and stuff. It was like, okay, shake a couple hands. But then I performed it at Hibbett Sports not too long ago.
What's the name of that event? We can shout out real quick.
What was the name of
the
event?
I know it's something Buddha Rat.
It's something Buddha Rat got, but it's for independent artists
Big shot Buddha Rat,
in Florence.
Sports.
Yeah, Hibbett Sports. And it was me, it was King Reed, it was Rich Wins, it was a Right Way J, it was Jahelia Marie, it was a bunch of people out there. What's my man name? Righteous Leech. But either way it goes, man, I started rapping it, and then I was like, this is a different energy, right? And the crowd was like, right.
Yeah.
I was like, so that hyped me up. I'm a rapper. And it started to go. So after that, Buddha asked me to come and perform it again.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like my favorite records don't have to be the people's favorite records. I'm just trying to put the music out. And if you like this song and that's the one that's going to go, let it go.
Yeah.
I can't have favoritism over my music because it's not for me.
Right. How did you feel when you got that reception from that joint? Because, like I said, you was putting it out as a something before the album, let y'all know I'm still here, and it seemed like that joint is just moving and you performing it, and man, we seen millions. I ain't gonna say millions. We seen hundreds of artists perform, and people just be like,
They're just staring.
They go to the bar. They go to the car. I'm going to the car real quick.
Right. They talking over you.
They talking over you. They on the phone. Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Yep.
So you getting the reception you getting. I'm watching the videos. It's like it's a call and response, right? How does that make you feel when it first happened? And did you know, like, this is gonna be one of them ones right here?
Nah, I didn't know. I had hopes that it would because it was one of my favorites. But like Nip said, that's how I knew. Like once that reception came, I was like, okay, I was right. You know what I'm saying? And then it was an amazing feeling. It still is. I love to perform that record. You know what I'm saying? Because I get to perform as an MC, let her do her thing, and catch you. You know what I'm saying? But it was just an amazing feeling. Like this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
I think
confirmation.
if you can't get her to do it with you one time,
it's gonna happen. We're gonna shoot a video. I'm coming for you.
You got to do something with that one. Video got to come. Y'all got to do a couple joints, shows together.
Definitely.
That'd be crazy.
And I talk to her too, you know what I'm saying? But it's Instagram, but I make sure I connect with the people. I talk to her. If I do a record with you, a song with you, I'm gonna tag you.
Yeah.
So you can be mad and you got tagged today, tomorrow, I'm gonna tag you.
Man, he works the internet.
Yeah.
He works social media.
Man, I'm trying to learn, man.
From artists to small business owners, this guy's showing you what to do. Cause you see how I'm on there.
Oh yeah.
I go stupid
crazy.
all day.
It's crazy with it.
Cause it's no other choice.
You're
not gonna get no motion if you don't. So when I see you moving and you tagging me, I'm like, I'll tag it back.
Right, yeah.
Like that's how you supposed to do it. Like, and you, like I said, you sit down for a minute, but you come out here and you know what to do when others been out here the whole time, and it's like they lost or something. It's crazy. So I applaud you for that.
I appreciate that.
But man, please, we need the video for that record. We need you guys. We need you and what's her name?
Alonda Rich.
You and Alonda Rich. Big shout out Alonda Rich. We need y'all to perform that joint together. Y'all need to do like a live band, something. I see something with that record.
Oh, that live band gonna be crazy.
Y'all gotta do something like that, man. Live band.
And the way she sound on the track is the way she sound live. Yeah, like I'm really a fan of her. Like she like that.
And so you can't give us a little bit of that verse, could you?
Yeah, I can give you the first verse right here.
Let's do that one time.
From my childhood objectives, my style was perfected by my trials and my efforts. I was wild and aggressive. I was digesting death, greed, and violence for breakfast in them streets. Now I'm busy trying to pile up these records. I'ma speak, cause I know the feeling of living in gross conditions in the coldest building, mold growing on corroded ceilings, stuck in a broke position, questioning my whole existence. Brain was out there in the solar system on my road to prison. Hunger for a better life, born through those stressful nights. Devil's pie, threw up every slice when I accepted Christ. Bless the mic. I got words for those who respect advice. You can get your future repoed trying to collect a strike. God paid a hefty price. Haters like cellulite, growing on your very soul. You can't win unless you fight, cause the battle's deeper than that baritone on Barry White. I'm a double back. Let me catch my flight. All right. And here come Alonda with it. Word. And it's a true story. That's my life.
Bars,
That's
man.
my life. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Bars,
Appreciate you.
Real.
So what's next for you? The album's out right now. What's next for you, man?
I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm available for booking. Y'all shout out. Hey, I'm coming in. Wherever you want me to come, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming with that heat. I'm gonna give you the best that I got. You know what I'm saying? So I'm available for booking. The album is still available for purchase if you want the actual, just to have the Google link. If you want that, you know what I'm saying? Because on Spotify, the sound is a little less. It's a little muffled compared to when it's a raw form. So holla at me. After that, man, I'm gonna just keep pushing this music. I got more music I'm gonna record. I'm gonna drop another mixtape soon, and you'll see what's up.
What we talking? 2023 first quarter? Where we at?
I would love for that to be. I would love for that to be. Y'all hit my Cash App up. You know what I'm saying? It just might be. It's just the truth.
Yeah,
because I'm a working man. You know, I'm grinding. I'm learning one thing about life. It's like, yo, when you get it the hard way. You know what I mean? Because I used to be a stick-up kid. Yeah. When you get it the hard way, it's just beauty in it, man. I got so much respect for y'all out here grinding, getting it like that, for real. Hey, it's coming as soon as possible.
Hey, we waiting on it, man.
And I got another story for y'all. I got a 6-part story called The Testimony. Man, I'm telling you, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of it now. I can't even do it.
Hey, we ready. The camera rolling. I ain't going to gas you, though.
He put his pistol in his belt. Stepped off the porch. Trying to get some real money. He didn't care about the source. He always managed to stay a step ahead of the force, and if he had to do time, he was ready for court. That's right. His name was Joe, but the streets called him Mr. Clean because he was getting cream, serving all the city fiends. On this particular day, he had a brick to sling, like work, because on Sunday, he did his religious thing. Put in front of the church, put up his chrome gun. He went to step out his car, but then his phone rung. Hit the talk button. Said, "What you want, son?" Bad news, sat back, held the phone stunned. This man said, "Yo, the connect got shot up. And today, 2 Puerto Rican kids robbed us." Asked him how much work they had. He said, "Not much." Hung up, then the anger hit him in a hot rush. "Nah, bruh," he said as he turned the key. "Somebody gotta die. They about to learn from me. Forget the law, he could pay any attorney's fee. Was supposed to have $1 million, but he been burning cheese." Parked his Lexus around the corner from the stash spot. Grabbed the burner, hit an alley on the back block. I'ma leave it right there. I'ma leave it right there for y'all. I'ma leave it right there for y'all. I'ma leave it right there for y'all. I'ma leave it right there.
Hey, we appreciate the bars.
Word.
Listen, we can't wait to hear that joint.
It's coming.
Man, I'm a bar guy, man.
No. Ain't even that, cuz. Ain't even that, cuz. Hey, look, what we talked about earlier about Benny or whatever, I was like, when he rapped, I could see this. When he was rapping just now, I see it.
And I appreciate you.
I'm like, yo,
man.
Yeah, we gonna talk off camera.
Pictures so vividly.
Let's do it.
He paint pictures so vividly.
Gift to God.
Yo. Oh my God.
When I think about the way you paint pictures, and not when I say paint, just painting pictures in sometimes the pockets you catch. And I don't like to compare, but I think you're gonna like this comparison. Beanie Siegel and Scarface.
Ooh, I love the comparison.
Oh man,
I love the comparison.
Well, putting that
That's
pressure
what
on
I
you.
get.
What are you trying to do to me over here, Mike?
Man.
That's what I get.
Man, that's an honor, man. If I could be compared to any of them, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get to that paper like them so I can take care of some things.
It's coming, man, because the talent is there, the work ethic
appreciate
is
that.
there. Make sure you plug your social media real quick.
Okay, most definitely. Y'all check me out on IG at J.A.C.E the Reacher. I also have another page, promo J.A.C.E the Reacher on IG as well. Check me out on Facebook, J.A.C.E the Reacher. Also JACE-T-R. I'm on YouTube. Go check out all my videos. I'm on TikTok as well. Y'all tap in with me. Hey, if you want that CD or you want that link, just DM me. I'll talk to you.
Oh yeah, word. And make sure that's J.A.C.E.
Right.
Like
But on some of them, you don't even have to do that though, Micah.
Okay.
Like because I learned that I had to take that out because it was like a lot of typing. You know what I'm saying? So you can just use J.A.C.E the Reach as well. It'll pop up.
Okay.
It'll pop up too.
Okay. The door's open. The album's out right now. Man. We also got the single going crazy. Big energy. Video coming soon.
Different energy.
Different energy. Different energy coming soon. My bad, pardon me.
I got you.
Y'all make sure y'all go stream that. Y'all reach out to the brother. He got merch. He got CDs. He got T-shirts. You got whatever you need. Man, we thank you for coming through, my brother. It was an honor and pleasure.
Honor here, man.
Keep doing your thing. We loving the bars. Trust me. We paying attention over here.
You just made a new fan today. I tell you that.
Appreciate you, dog.
Paying attention over here. I was trying to tell him you got that bar.
Yeah.
And I know this ain't this from the secular side what I'm about to say, but you got that ish like that kitty litter. I promise you.
Word.
I mean, you don't really see people with them bars. Like
the crazy thing, he told me this, and I was like, I'll wait till I see it.
Yeah. I mean,
I was telling him,
but that's how it's supposed to be.
I got them
bars. That's how it's supposed to be, man. I appreciate that. But just to say, I feel like I bridged the gap because I've been there. I lived it. I done been deep in the streets as far as you can possibly go, man. So it ain't like I'm just rapping Christian, gospel, whatever. Like that. I've been there. So come talk to me.
You can't even tell though.
And that's the whole point.
You turn the joint on, you like.
That's the whole point. I'm trying to do it at the top notch level, crazy. Man.
So before you get out of here though, we forgot to ask you top 5 dead or alive rappers.
I'm gonna give you top 10.
I need 10. Yeah.
Do 10.
I'm gonna give you 10.
That's even better.
Okay, we got Pac, Jay-Z.
No particular order.
Yo, this is the order, and the reason why I put the order because this is my influences.
Yeah.
Go for
and
it.
this is what my soundtrack to my life sounded like.
Let's talk.
Tupac, Jay-Z, Nas, DMX, Rakim, Big L, Beanie Siegel, Jadakiss. Who else we got? How many is that?
That's about 8 right there.
About
8, right?
8.
Big L, Beanie Siegel, Jadakiss.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne. That's 9.
Yeah.
And 10 would definitely have to be Black Thought.
Oh.
Sheesh. I had to wrap it up. And number 11 is Papoose. Honorable mention. Word.
Oh, shit.
My list sounds similar to my list.
Hey.
I got Big on mine, though.
Yeah, most definitely. And the reason why I said it was mine personally is because these are people that influenced my life personally.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a list, though.
Wow, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You threw me off with Black Thought, too, though.
Yeah.
That
Man,
boy get busy.
When you talking about a lyricist,
he get
on the microphone and he going.
He
that 7-minute freestyle that he did on Funk Flex.
He get busy.
Man, it's crazy, man. You got to respect it.
Busy.
He mastered his craft.
Yeah.
So he got to be on the list.
Yeah. Appreciate that, man. Y'all make sure y'all check in with J.A.C.E the Reacher everywhere you can find music, everywhere on social media. Albums out now, singles out now.
Let's do it.
And he will be back when that new mixtape coming out, man. We hoping for first quarter. We'll let y'all know.
Oh, yeah.
My name is Bezo 803 on all social media. This is Big Motion Podcast, exclusive interview segment. Big shout out to my co-host right now.
Oh, yeah. You can find me on social media with Ben Mikey. You already know.
Big shout out DJ Effect on the camera.
Yeah.
Big Motion Podcast. Music Trafficking DJs.
Yes, sir.
J.A.C.E the Reacher. Peace and love, my
Big
brother.
Motion.
We out,
Much love.
y'all.
Much love.
Good interview.